Hey guys, June Simmons. Oh, I didn't think that turned on. June Simmons back for day 57 of the Sales Vision Business Games 100-day video challenge. And tonight, I was on a live yesterday of Rachel Birds, and she's just an amazing young lady that I ran across recently, and she's. I just wanted to share some stuff that she was sharing yesterday on her live. She was talking about how God gifts us in so many different ways, and how actually success comes in many different ways as well. And when we choose to not give back from the gifts or the experiences, the life experiences or whatever that God has given us, that, we're actually, there's probably somebody that is in our path that we're supposed to be helping that we're letting down by not doing that, right? So come on and show up. When you learn something, come on here and show it and share it, and don't and move past that fear of caring what about other people's judgment, what they're going to think or what they're going to say or whatever. And really, that's when we're able to get past that. That's when we're really able to start helping people. And sometimes we feel like, oh my gosh, I haven't had enough personal success to be able to help anybody, or, but those are that when you're thinking about things like that, oh, I can't do this because blah blah. That is lies from the devil, you guys. That's lies from the devil. So what we need to start doing is holding ourselves accountable, and start leading ourselves. Because when we can lead ourselves, that's when we'll be able to start leading other people, right? And so, there's people every day that's watching my profile. There's people every day that's watching my stories. And I know there's people there that their lives I need to make an impact in. I know this. And so I just need to start showing up in a different way. I need to start bringing what I know God has laid on my heart to be able to share with the world, period. Like the losses of my children, overcoming drug addiction, and coming from not knowing what a screenshot was, to being able to do so many different things online today, just crazy. So people oftentimes, they don't want to give their knowledge or their experience, what they've learned from their experience. They don't want to give it away. They want to be able to monetize it. But, it starts first with put people first, and the rest will fall into place. It really will. And if you will pour into your community and show up and touch those lives and those hearts with the gifts that God has given you with your life experiences. And it doesn't matter what your gift is or what your experience is, whether it is overcoming addiction or overcoming something, or being able to show up with confidence, right? Or having a lot of success, but just knowing how to do something that you could come on here and you could share with other people, right? Because here's the deal. If you've ever struggled learning how to do something, well, then other people have struggled with the same thing, right? And so if you've learned how to do something, come on here and share it. For heaven's sakes, come on here and share it, and help the people that, like where you were yesterday, right? Or where you were last year. And so when you show up and talk about your experiences, whether it be like, I need to start sharing more about losing 2 children, and coming, being like, on the 11th of this month, I'm clean and sober 9 years, you guys. And I've got a lot of knowledge there, what I did to be able to stay 100% clean and sober for these 9 years, right? And so, I need to start getting my story out there and sharing that, to be able to help other people get through what they're struggling with. And so, don't be afraid to be vulnerable and talk about what it is that got you past, like with me and my addiction, like Jillian talks about all the time with the triggers, or like she did in that training. I had to change everything. I had to change everything about my life. Everybody that I hung out with, like even my children, I had to quit hanging out with my one boy for a little bit, because he was using, and I needed to be clean and sober, and I couldn't put myself back in that situation and stay clean and sober. And so I had to love him from a distance, right? And that's okay. That's okay. Because when you're stuck in your addiction and you're stuck in that vicious cycle, you're no good. Well, you're no good to yourself, and you're definitely no good to your children if you fall back into that with them, And so sometimes we do. We just have to love them from a distance. And so, anyways, show up. Show up and tell your story from your heart. And if you can show up and think about what you can bring, what you can give, rather than what you can get, what someone is going to give to you, then, because if it's always all about what can I get, then you're missing the point, because the point is to be able to impact the world with the things you've learned from your past experiences. In my opinion, that's what it is, because I believe that we are supposed to give back our knowledge that we've gained by being able to come through our hardships and come to the other side, with power. Because, like, oh my gosh, especially with addiction or losing children, like I said, there's so much hurt and grief and loss and struggle that comes with both of those areas, that, like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people that don't ever come to the other side of that, right? And so I know that I've been blessed. And I know that my gift is to be able to, finally be healed enough to be able to go out and share that. And so whatever it is that your gift is, or your, what you've learned from your struggles, or your, whatever your experience is, it's important that we get out and we share it, you guys. It really is. And, here's another thing. Like, if we don't have confidence that we can go out and do that, if we don't have confidence in ourselves, then we can't go out there and give it and really bring it to the rest of the world like we should. And so, like, by us not believing in ourselves, or by us holding ourselves down, like, we're not giving what we should to the rest of the world either. And so, our results are going to show it, right? We can't be playing small, because it's affecting how we're bringing it to other people. And so ask yourself this question: when you choose to not show up and to not believe in yourself and to not, really give back from your experiences, what person in your life is suffering because of that? Or is there people out there that could be learning from your past mistakes? I bet there is, because if we've struggled with it, then someone else is as well. Okay, so, my time's almost up. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you're watching it on Facebook, give me some love, give me some comments, and, well, I'll be back tomorrow. I will.